Hi friends, this is Gani. In this video, I'm going to explain you how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer, just like this. Okay, before going to explain you how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer, for more Tekla Structural Designer related videos, please go to my channel youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many Tekla Structural Design related videos. I hope these videos may be helpful to you. And at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when I upload a new video. So please click on subscribe. Okay, let's start. Before going to explain you about this type of structure design in Tekla Structural Designer, I'm going to take a new file. So go to home, click on new. Now click on this model setting. Currently I'm using design code is UK, United Kingdom code, design code. As per your country, you can use this in this list. Just select the list and remaining procedure will be same. So click on OK. Okay, now click on this model tab and select this construction levels, and under type select here TOS and insert above. Click on here insert above, and next level we are going to take 5 meters, then insert above, and next level 1 meter, then click on OK. Now we're going to create the grids. So click on here and select this rectangular wizard, click on next, and enter here 5 base with the spacing 6 meters. Click on next. In the y direction also we are going to take 5 base spacings, and the spacing should be 4 meters. Then click on next, then click on finish. Okay, click on here structural 3D. Now you can create here the frames. So click on here structural tab and click on here frame, and click on here along frame A. Click on escape to exit the command. Now click on here, you can see now we have the frame A elevation here. Double click on this frame A, you will get like this. Okay, now we're going to create the inclined line or reference line. Before that we need to create a middle line here, construction line. So click on here and take parallel line, construction line, and take the reference line as this grid 3, and just place the cursor in this direction. Don't click on it, just place the cursor and press the F2 functional key F2 and enter here 2 meter, then click on enter on your keyboard and pick the first point here and pick the second point on the line to create the construction line like this. Then click on escape to exit the command. Now we have the construction line here, reference line like this. Now we're going to create this inclined line. So click on here and select this construction line, pick the first point and pick the second point here, then click on escape to the exit the command. Okay, now we're going to take the distance here from the, now we're going to measure the distance along grid 2 and grid 3 at intersection of these two grids. So click on here the dimension and pick the first point here and pick the second point and place it here. Okay, you can see now we have 5.4 meters. Click first point and second point and place it here. We have 5.8 meter, and similar like that we're going to take from here to perpendicularly. We already know that it should be 6 meters. Now click on escape. Now we're going to create the construction lines according to these levels. So double click on these construction levels, and now we're going to insert here after 5 meters we need to take 5.4. so enter here 0.4, then insert above and take one more point. Now we're going to take as a reference here, let's take here 5.4, just rename it as a 5.4, and second level should be 0.4 and it should be 5.8 here. So just rename it as a 5.8 and We know already know this 5 meter is the eave level, so rename it as a eave level and insert above, and let's take at we don't require this level actually. So just delete it. Now we have the eave level 5.4, 5.8 and select here and insert above. And now we're going to take here 0.2 meters. This is the ridge level, so rename it as a ridge. Then click on OK. Now we have the construction level, so click on it and delete this dimension. Select and delete it. Okay, now we're going to delete this construction line also, like this. Okay, now we're going to create the column. So select this base level. Now select this column. Now we're going to take the top level up to eave level and scroll it down. Now we're going to take the section here. Advanced UKC. Let's take this one and click on select. Now we're going to change the design section order also UKC. Scroll it down and select this UKC column and click on select. And drag along grid 6. And similar like that, drag along grid 1. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, we already know at this level, you can see in the frame A at 1 grid 5.4 and at 3 5.8. so go to the base level and select this column and change here the design section order as a UKC. And now we're going to take interior column and we're going to change the angle also 90 degrees. So rotation, select the 90 degrees and then change the top level up to 5.4 and drag and select here and add here. Then click on escape. Now take once again column and now we're going to take 5.8 level and change the design order UKC and drag and select here. Click on escape to the exit the command. Now we're going to check in the 3D like this. Okay, now we're going to create the rafters here. So go to the frame A, select this beam and scroll it down. Change here the section as a advanced UKB. Let's take advanced UKB. So advanced UKB and let's take this size. Then click on select and change the section order. Click on new and select here UKB beam. Click on select and pick the first point here, pick the second point, zoom it and pick the second point at here and do the same procedure. Pick the first point and pick the second point at here and pick the first point and pick the second point at intersection point here. Okay, you can do the same procedure from here. So pick the first point and pick the second point at here. Yeah, that's it. Now click on escape to the exit the command. Now go to 3D view. You can see you will get like this. Okay, hold the control button and you can rotate like this with the mouse right button and drag and select this column and rafters. Otherwise click on escape and you can place like this and then drag and select like this to select the interior columns and rafters, then right click on mouse, copy, zoom it and pick the reference node at here and pick the new position at here to place the interior column and rafters along grid F like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to create the interior rafters here, main rafters. So now we're going to create the frame at B. So click on select this frame and click on along the B, and now we have the extra frame in the at here. So double click on this frame. Okay, now we're going to take the reference point. So click on here and select this parallel and pick the first point, select this reference line and place the cursor in this side and press the F2 and enter here 2 meter. Click on enter on your keyboard and pick the first point and second point, take it as a reference construction line like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to take the construction line and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here like this. Now we're going to place the rafter along like this. Now we're going to take the perpendicular line. So click on here and select this perpendicular line and click on this reference line and click on here and pick the first point and second point on this line to create the construction line perpendicular to this line, and then click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to take rafter 6 meters length and then later remaining 4 meters length. So now we're going to take the parallel line along parallel line to this construction line. So click on here and select this parallel line and take it as a reference and just place the cursor in this side and enter F2 and enter here 6 meter. Then click on enter and pick the first point and second point on this line. Click on escape to exit the command. You can see now here the from distance from here to here it should be 6 meters, from here to here it should be 4 meters approximately. Okay, now we're going to create the beam. So click on escape to exit the command. Now click on here and select this beam and check here the design order. It should be UKB and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here and do the same procedure. Pick the first point and pick the second point at here like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to mirror these two beams on other side. So click on escape. Now go to edit and hold the control button and select these two rafters and select this mirror option and pick the reference node at here and pick the new node at this location to place the rafters on other side. Then click on escape to exit the command. Now we have the rafters here. Now go to 3D view. Click on escape to exit the command. Now hold the control button and select these rafters like this. Now right click on mouse, copy and pick the first reference node at here and pick the new position to place the rafters like this. Now click on escape to exit the command. You can see now we have the end frames and main frames of this structure like this. Okay, now we're going to create the beams at here, eave level and ridge level. So go to the model and select this beam and scroll. Now we're going to create a panel. So click on here, roof panel, and pick the first point here and pick the second point, pick the third point and pick the fourth point at here and pick the first point to create the panel like this. Do the same procedure on other side. Pick the first point and second point, pick the third point and fourth and fifth point to create the panel like this. Click on escape to exit the command Okay, now we have the roof slope also here. You can see, double click on this IP1 to get the roof slope 1 like this. You can create the beam at this location. So click on this beam and scroll it down and change the design section order here, UKB, and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at this location. Okay, do the same procedure, pick the first point and second point. Pick the first point and second point to create the beams like this. Click on escape to the exit the command. Now go to 3D view. Now we're going to place these beams on other side. So hold the control button and select these beams. Like this. Now right click on mouse, copy, zoom it and pick the reference node at here and pick the new position at here and at this location. Click on escape to the exit the command. Now we have like this. Okay, now we're going to create the bracings on roof and side wall also. So go to the IP1 slope 1. Now click on here and select this brace and pick the first point here and pick the second point and zoom it and pick the third point at this location and pick the fourth point, zoom it and pick exactly at gradient section point at here. Okay, you will get like this. Okay, do the same procedure, zoom it and pick the first point at here. It should be at the intersection of the grid, and pick the second point at here, pick the third point and zoom it. You should pick at this location, don't click on here. If you click on here, you won't get the result in the final result. So click on the grid. Okay, do the same procedure, pick the first point, pick the second point, zoom it and pick the third point at here and pick the fourth point exactly at here. Okay, that's it. Then click on escape to the exit the command. Now go to the IP2, double click on this IP2. Yeah, similar like that we're going to create the bracings at here. So click on here and select this X brace and pick the first point, zoom it and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at here and zoom it and pick the third point at exactly at grid intersection point and zoom it and pick exactly at the grid intersection point. Don't click on at this point. If you get here, you won't get the design. So click on here like this. Otherwise you will get the error. So pick the first point at grid intersection point. Be careful while picking the points. It should be at exactly grid intersection point. Okay, zoom it and pick here and pick the fourth point, zoom it and exactly at grid intersection point and do the same procedure. Pick the first point and pick the second point at here and pick the third point and pick the fourth point at here. Okay, then click on escape to the exit the command. Now go to 3D view. You can see you will get the bracings like this. Okay, now we're going to off this roof panel. So click on here at the scene content and remove the tick mark on roof panel, and now we're going to select these bracings So hold the control button and select this bracing like this. Okay, now right click on mouse, copy, and pick the reference node at here and pick the next point at here and zoom it and pick exactly at here. Click on escape to exit the command. Yeah, now we're going to create the sidewall bracings. So click on here and select this X bracing and zoom it and pick the first point and pick the second and third and fourth point to create the bracing like this. Okay, do the same procedure on other side. Pick the first point and pick the second, third and fourth point to create the bracing. Click on escape to exit the command. Hold the control button, select these two bracings. Now we're going to copy these two bracings. So select it, then right click on mouse, copy, and pick the first point at here and pick the second point to place the bracings on each side like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we have bracings on two sides of the buildings. Now we're going to create the end wall bracing. So click on here and select this X bracing and pick the first point, second point and third and fourth point to create the bracing like that, and do the same procedure at here. And again we are going to do at here. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, now we're going to copy these bracings on other side. So hold the control button and select these three bracings. Okay, rotate like this. Now right click on mouse, copy, and pick the reference node at here and pick the new point at here. Click on escape to exit command. Now we have the roof bracing, sidewall and end wall bracings. Click on escape to exit command. Okay, now our modeling has been completed. Now we're going to save this model. So click on home tab and click on save as. Now I'm going to select here. Yeah, now we're going to give the rename here. Let's take TSD28 steel model. Then click on save. Okay, now we're going to create the loading. So click on here and select this roof panel. Okay, close it here. Okay, now we're going to apply the loads. So before that, we need to create the load cases. So click on here load and click on here load case. We have dead load and service load and imposed load. Now we're going to rename it as a service load as a roof imposed. Roof imposed, and under type also we need to select roof imposed. We don't record imposed load at this moment, so delete it. Okay, that's it. Then click on OK. Now we're going to apply the load values. So click on here and select the dead load. Now select here area load and enter here. Let's take 0.5 kilonewton per square meter. On click on this panel and this panel also. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to take roof imposed load. So click on here and select this roof imposed and click on this area load and enter here. Measure, select as a projector load and enter here 0.8 kilonewton per square meter. Click on here on these two panels, then click on escape to exit the command. Okay, now we're going to create the load combination, so click on here combinations. You can add manually by using this option add, otherwise you can create generate from here. Click on here generate, and currently we are not going to take these options, just we are going to take this option, then click on next, and select these options, then click on finish, then click on OK. Our loading also completed. Now we're going to save this file, so go to home, click on save as, rename it as a steel loading, then click on save, and here make it as a none. Now we're going to design this model. Before designing this model, now we're going to check the validation, so click on here and click on model and click on here validate. Okay, if you get this tick mark, means there is no issue with the model. If you are not getting this tick mark, means you have a problem with the model member placing without exact points. So please check the if you are selecting bracing certain thing, please click on at exactly intersection point, otherwise you won't validate this model. So please make sure while picking the members. Okay, now we're going to design part, so click on the here design. Now click on this show process. Now click on this design steel static. Yeah, design section has been completed. Now click on here. Now you can see there is an issue with these members, so before that we are going to change this fixed or pin connection type of rafters. So click on here under review option, click on this fixed or pin tab. Now we're going to change these rafters as a fixed connection, so click on here to select here. This green indicates the fixed connection, so click on here to turn into fixed connection. Just click on this rafter, you will get fixed connection type. All type of rafters, so we're going to change it as a fixed connection. Just click on the rafter to change the connection type. Just click on at the middle of the rafter, then only you will get to both side fixed type like this. Okay, now we're going to redesign once again, so click on this design and click on this design steel. Now analysis and design is running under process now. Yeah, now you can see now I have failed these members here, so now we're going to redesign this one. You can redesign independently with the one member, like the select this member, right click on mouse, click on here design member and click on static. You can see now this designed with this size UKB 356 by 171 by 51. You can see now it's turned into, click on escape to exit the command. You can see now it's turned into green color, means this member is passed. You can see in the status it indicates the static fail at the rate 1.5 This member size is a 305 by 165 by 40. When you select it, right click on mouse, design member, and click on static. It will be qualified to change this member size 406 by 178 by 54. Okay, similarly like that we're going to change this size also. Select it, right click on mouse, design member, and static. You can see it is qualified. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to change these members, so click on this review and select this section material and grades. Okay, here mode, instead of review we're going to copy this property, so select this property and now we're going to apply it here. Now we're going to change these sizes also same as this rafter and pan it and click on here to match this property at here also. Click on escape. Now we're going to apply this member size remaining these rafters, so click on here, select this section and materials and click on here, and we're going to copy this property to the remaining rafters for this frame like this. Now click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to check the redesign once again. Go to design and select this design steel. You can see now still we have issue with these two red mark fail members. These are, now we're going to redesign once again. Select it, right click on mouse, design member, and click on static. Close it. Now we're going to apply this property, so click on review and select this section grade and select this member size and copy to remaining rafters like this. And now we're going to change this frame also. Like this. Okay, that's it. Now click on escape. Now we're going to redesign, so design and select this design steel static. Okay, still we have the problem with this rafter size, so click on it, right click on mouse, design member static, and close it and click on escape. Now go to redraw view and section and select this copy and do the same procedure to copy the property of this rafter to the remaining rafters like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to copy this property, so select it, select this option and select it. Now select this option, then click on escape, exit the command. Now we're going to redesign once again. Click on this design and select this design steel static. You can see now all members are passed, and now we're going to check the weight of this structure, whole structure. Okay, there is no issue with this structure. Now all members are passed, so now we're going to check the report. So click on this report and click on here and select this material list and click on show report and click on here last page and zoom it at here. You can see now we have the total structure weight is of 53,405, means 53.4 tons. Now we're going to optimize this steel and we're going to reduce the structure weight and reduce the sizes, and we're going to pass this entire structure. So first of all, we're going to check the status review. Go to the status, everything is passed. Now we're going to reduce this size. You can see now we have this static pass is 0.18. now we're going to reduce the size of this members. So click on here, right click on mouse, better to change up to from here. We're going to match this property to this intermediate member. So click on escape. Now click on review and select this section materials and copy this property. Now I'm going to match this property to this intermediate beams. So go to the top view, click on here top view, and drag like this and zoom it and select this beam and click on here the corner. Now we have the same member sizes at here, here and here. Now we're going to match with these members also. End rafters. Yeah, that's it. Now click on escape to exit the command. We need to check once again, cross check. We need to match this rafter also. Just select this rafter and select here. Click on escape. Now we're going to redesign once again. Now go to design and click on this design steel static. You can see it's showing the beyond the scope. Now we're going to, this member is failed, so we need to redesign it. So select it, right click on mouse, design member, and click on here static. Now close it, click on escape. You can see now this member pass, and now we're going to do the same procedure. Select it, right click on mouse, design member static, and close it here. Now select it, right click on mouse, design member static, and close this member. Now we're going to check once again. Go to design and click on this design steel static. You can see now we have still issue with these two sizes. So select it, right click on mouse, design member static, close it. Now I'm going to do the same procedure. Select it, right click on mouse, design member static, and close it. Okay, now we're going to match this member to this property also. Review and select here the section and copy this member to this member and this member. Then click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to design, redesign it once again. Okay, now there is no issue with the whole structure. Now we're going to change the intermediate sizes, column sizes. So now we're going to match this column size with this size. So go to review and select this section and add here filter. Instead of beam, now we're going to take here column. Okay, now we're going to take intermediate columns. For example, let's take this size. So select this size. Now we're going to match with the intermediate columns. So just place like this, just scroll it, rotate like this and drag to select only the intermediate columns like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, now we're going to check with the design. So go to design and design steel static. you can see all whole structure is passed. Now we're going to reduce the size of this bracings. So just select here, just place the cursor on it. Don't select, just place the cursor on it, and use the down cursor on your keyboard and click on enter. You can see now here the static information at 0.05, and we need to check this one. So just place the cursor on this brace and use the bottom arrow and click on enter. We have the 0.049. okay, now we're going to match with the one of the brace. So go to review and select this section material grade and click on here. Instead of beam, we're going to take here now brace. Okay, now we have the bracing information, different types of bracing in this structure. Now we're going to match with 89.4. so 89.4 has green color. So now we're going to check here, where is the green color? 89.4, yeah, this one. So now we're going to copy this property, so select it. Now we're going to match that property to the entire end wall and side wall bracing. So just drag and select like this, and we're going to change the roof also. So drag and select like this to select entire structure. Now we have the only one type of bracing size in the entire structure. So click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to check the design. So go to design and select here design steel static. Okay, there is no issue with the side wall and the end wall bracings, you can see. Now we have the issue with only the roof, especially for these bracings, only this side and this side. So now I'm going to check here. So click on here top. Now zoom it and just place the cursor on this brace and use the down arrow on your keyboard and click on enter. Now this member failed at 1.4. So right click on mouse, design member, click on static. Now this is member is passed at 114.3 by 3.2. So click on escape. Now we're going to match this size. So go to review and click on here and select this size. Click on here and select here brace and select this size, and now we're going to apply this size to the remaining this bay. And similar like that, we're going to change in this bay also. Just drag and select this braces and base, then click on escape. Now click on here at the corner to get the 3D view like this. Now go to design and click on this design steel static. You can see now entire structure is passed. There is no issue with the design. You can see all members are turned into green color, means it indicates the pass like this. Okay, now we're going to check the structure weight. So click on the here report and select here material list and click on show report and click on here last page and zoom it here. Now we have the weight of this structure is 46,300. It means 46.3 tons. Okay, we have reduced from 54.3 tons to 46.3 tons. Okay, similarly like that you can model and you can take the reports. Different types of reports you can take from here. Okay, just to select for example, you can take the foundation reactions also. Click on here, select and click on show report like this. This is the reactions. Now you can import to the PDF or Excel Word format from here. Just click on this option to export into the PDF format. Okay, you can take the design drawings also. Just click on this draw and click on here drawing management and click on here add, and click on here content, and just click on this option and drag it on this window, and frames and slope also. Now click on OK. Now check the layout, horizontal, OK. Now click on here view drawing. Now we're going to take the general arrangement drawings, and scale we're going to take 1:25. Then click on OK to create the in DXF file format, means the AutoCAD format. You can create like this in the reports. This is the sidewall information and design drawings. This is the roof cross section information. You can create like this. Okay, you can export into the Excel format like this in the design drawings. Okay, that's it. Close it here. Okay, that's it about how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer. Okay, if you have any doubts, please comment below. If you like this video, please like it and share it. For more Tekla Structural Designer related videos, please go to my channel youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many Tekla Structure related videos. I hope this videos might be helpful to you, and at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when uploading new video. So please click on subscribe. Okay, thank you.